Hey y'all, welcome in. Today I'm going to show you how to get from League 9 to Ultimate Champion. I already put a video out on how to get through League 8, how to get through mid-ladder, and now today we're going to show you how to make that final jump. So today we're probably going to be facing some meta decks like, bang, here we go, Royale Giant. Royale Giant can be a tough matchup if you don't know what you're doing, so I'm going to show you how to beat it. And yeah, man, getting Ultimate Champion is all about knowing how to beat your hard counters, knowing how to beat matchups that you struggle against. Because if you can do that, you'll make it through. So today we're going to show you some matchups. We're going to throw a balloon in here to get a little counter push because they don't have the Royale Giant, so they can't punish, right? Hunter in the back. Oh, what is that decision? I mean, what are they thinking? Wow, that is crazy. I mean, what? Okay, so this person made a mistake. They probably just were prepped to play the Hunter in the back no matter what happened. We'll pressure a little bit because we could. The reason we're pressuring here is because we can defend with skeletons. Like, if you know you can defend cheaply and easily, go in. You know, we just defended 4 elixir with 1. We have a 3 elixir advantage. That's a free miner. This, I'm telling you, man, getting through League 9 is all about elixir advantages. How can you use your elixir to do well? So, today we're going to show you how to do that. I know we're in a decent spot of elixir, so I don't mind going in. Their Hunter's out of cycle. Their Hunter, in fact, is not out of cycle, but we can get that damage. Or we can get a hit. Let's go, baby. We like to see. Okay, now we got to defend, right? We used some offense. We took a negative elixir trade for that. Let's see if we can defend. So the main base defense against this is going to be bomb tower with the musketeer sniping down, and sometimes you use the snowball, especially in double elixir. If they have the monk, it's a little trickier. Sometimes you can miner back or use your bar barrel. You want to get the monk behind the RG, and so you can kite it back if you're able to. Yeah, monk can be a little tricky. Honestly, I think monk hard counters this deck a little bit, but. You can still work with it. Fan has a really good video about too. Fan is the best player in the world, at least this deck. If not, he's been #1 in the world recently as well. But yeah, this deck's been around for like 7 years. It's one of the best decks in the game. It's been consistently top ladder. It's a great deck. But yeah, so the reason we counter push there is because we know we can defend decently, and because they put the Evo Hunter down, I don't think they can really defend, right? And one thing you're gonna want to have is when you have your evolutions available, like the Evo Musketeer or something, it's okay to be over-aggressive because their abilities will bail you out. Like, Evo Skeletons can just bail you out, especially if they don't have a small spell at the right time. And also, yeah. So, yeah, go on offense when you have an Evo. Go on offense when you have a counter-pushing Musketeer. That's for free. Go on offense when they overcommit, or even sometimes at a standstill based on their deck. But, yeah. Bomb Tower on the right side, Musketeer on the left. We're always trying to not make sure it's in lightning value. But, yeah, I think we're fine here. And we're not. Okay, that's fine, though. But yeah, so one thing that pro players do a lot, which I learned, is they often use a bar barrel, a skeletons, or a miner. Like, Musketeer and Bomb Tower isn't enough to full counter it, so you're going to need one other thing. And especially, like, if they throw another troop down. They're fine if they don't have anything else supporting, but, who has Royale Giant and doesn't support it? So you're going to have something else. So proactively bar barrel, proactively miner, proactively use skeletons to get some DPS. And use a snowball if you need to. So yeah. Oh, that lightning's brutal. Brutal! So yeah, that's how you beat Royale Giant when they have Valkyrie instead of Monk. When it's Monk's a little trickier. And I'll teach you how to do that at some point. But yeah, that's how you beat it. Alright, that was a really clean first win. I think we used our balloons at a great time to catch them off guard. And the Valkyrie just didn't get value. It just didn't get value. And so we were able to capitalize on that instead of the Monk. So alright, here we are. We're up against a Goblin Barrel. Probably a bait deck, I'm assuming. We're kind of close to mid ladder, so it could be anything. I'll snowball here. I'll take a little bit of a little bit of value. That's maybe a questionable snowball. I think if you have the snowball Evo, it's worth it. But if you don't, maybe not. Use the bomb tower here to get to our king tower. Oh, jeez, giant goblin barrel. All right, well, we got one more mid ladder deck, and that's all right with me. Because this is realistic. You're gonna face. Oh my god. So, do you counter push here or not? Yeah, you just want to defend. Don't mess around. I mean, think of this deck, you can pretty much defend. So, there's no point. We can defend this. This is not a problem. We have a lot of distraction troops for the Sparky. Yeah, but what happened there is if you were to actually try and, throw a balloon opposite lane, yeesh. I mean, they put that Mega Minion down, so, maybe you could damage, but I'd rather defend. I'd rather just defend and not take a risk. We don't know their full deck yet. I'm not really too pressed about it so far. We do pretty well against beat deck. I mean, what is this? I mean, that's just not going to work. I understand that that's how their deck works, but we could just, we can just take care of this, no problem. Yeah, if you notice, we're running different versions that you point out a little bit. I wanted to showcase different versions for y'all, especially that are meta. Because right now, there's so much boss bandit that the guards can be better instead of skeletons, and you got snowballs, the Evo. I've been trying with the snowball, and honestly, y'all, I feel like the snowball is a better bailout card than the skeletons, because often they just have zap, and like, you know, that's a 1 elixir advantage, or, you know, or some type of small spell, and, you know, yeah, you get elixir advantage from it. But the Evo snowball, like, it really pushes it back a really far distance with all those buffs. So yeah, put Sparky in the back. I'm definitely going opposite lane here. We can pressure a little bit, not too much, but we can put something in there. Yeah, Mega Minion. I mean, so far that's the only air count we've seen, right? So easy snowball on the Mega Minion, maybe 2 hits, 1 hit. That's fine. I'll take that. So we're gonna put the miner back here. Take a hit from the Sparky. And we'll get our guards on top of it. That's not a problem. Alrighty. Evo barrel. I'm just going to ignore the left side. And we'll take some damage over there. Yeah, we're not really stressed. I mean, I think we're up. Yeah, we're up. Nice. Looking good. Again, Sparky's coming down. We don't have a lot of elixir, so we absolutely cannot push on the left side. But that's fine. They're going to put something in front probably so it doesn't get evoed. Oh, wow. It got evoed. Okay. We'll go in. We got some value on the Musketeer. You know, they put down the air counters in the right lane, too. So if they cycle all, like, I mean, so far, those are the only air counters we know about. So, all right, Fireball, that's not a problem. But yeah, check this out. Oh, man. I mean, come on, man. Evo Snowball, you know, it just bailed us out like crazy right there. You know, especially the bomb tower, because you got that splash damage. You know, they're all bunched up. Bomb tower's just cooking on them. And yeah, if they cycle all their air counters in one lane, man, just go in. Because you can defend better than they can. Because they can't defend, period, you know? They can't defend, period. Sparky means we want to pressure the opposite lane. Because hopefully they can't get a giant in front. Even if they do, it's like, can they really defend their tower? I don't think so. I do not think so. Good game. So yeah, against decks with a strong offense, like a beatdown, just play on the other side. Just go opposite lane, force them out, you know? All right, we're 1 win away. Pretty exciting. It's going to be a high-stakes game. Whoo, baby. I'm feeling a little bit of stress, but honestly, I've been here before. It's not my first time in Ultimate Champion, but we got a friend spectating. We'll see what we can do here. Cycle our Evo Skeletons. Yeah, we're back to Evo Skeletons here. Yeah, we're trying out different things, seeing what works. Both work just fine, honestly. I kind of like the Evo Skeletons because it's a faster cycle. I just can't tell what I like more, the Evo Skeletons or the Evo Snowball. And honestly, I'm kind of leaning Snowball, but, you know, most of the pros run Skeletons, so I trust them. But honestly, I feel like the Evo Snowball is such a bailout card, you know? Bam. All right, we're facing bait. All right, I like this. I'm glad, because I feel like y'all face a lot of bait, right? Like, bait's so popular, especially in, like, mid-ladder, lower stuff. I mean, most players are in mid-ladder, dude. 1% of people are in Ultimate Champion. Like, we're about to get there, you know, of course. I mean, hopefully. Bait with a Musketeer and a Mortar. You should have Cannon Cart, right? Tough, man. I wish they had Cannon Cart. All right, but the building's not an air building, so we take that, I guess. Hopefully the Bomb Tower can get that Musk down. At least enough. Enough, yeah. Beautiful. All right, so, you know, what do you use your spells for against bait, right? What do you use your spells? I mean, obviously, prioritize, you got to prioritize the win conditions, right? So we know they have the Skeleton Barrel, so we're going to prioritize that. You know, try not, you know, don't spend on Spirit Goblins. You got Ice Golem for that. You got Skeletons for that. You got so many cheap cards. You got Snowball. I mean, this deck does well against bait because you got 2 small spells. You got a Musketeer to snip out, like, Princesses and stuff. You can, you know, cycle, you know, you can obviously damage down a... I was thinking Balloon, but I don't know. I'd rather defend a Megaknight. Like, I'd rather have the Elixir for defense, and, like, we're pretty even on Elixir. Like, I don't think we have an Elixir advantage. Like, if we had an Elixir advantage, I'd go in. I just missed that Snowball so bad. But, you know, you can make mistakes with this deck. I always will say that. You can make mistakes with this deck and still make it out okay. You know, it might cost you some Elixir, but I'll play the Musketeer there to cycle to the Evo more than anything. Because we got, you know, we can cycle back to it. I'm not pressed about it. Like, the Megaknight will come. We'll take care of it when it gets there. Bar Barrel for that. Yeah, again, you notice we've saved our Bar Barrel or we always have a Bar Barrel or Snowball with their Skeleton Barrel. You know, we can play a building too. We got options. I'm not really too pressed about this deck. We actually have matchup because they both have beat cards, which are going to do very well against in double. Wow, that's a bold decision. I guess a lot of more. I don't really know how to play Mortar, so maybe that's what you're supposed to do. But yeah, usually Snowball for usually whenever there's a gang, I usually have Snowball for it and then Barrel for their win condition. And if they have like a Princess, then I'll use. Look at that Evo Musk. Again, notice we cycle back to the Bar Barrel. That's the thing with this deck is so cheap. You can just cycle back to their win conditions usually. Yeah, usually it's Snowball for gang, log for their win condition. Oh, that miner just got cooked. All right, ooh, I like this because it might be low enough. Yeah, it's definitely low enough for the balloon to make it. Oh, they got Tornado. Okay, maybe this is a tougher match than I thought. All right, we're going to earn this win. All right, what's the play? We can try to get King Tower up here. Can we get King Tower up from that high up? I don't think we even need to. Nice. Even better. All right. So we can go in here. We got elixir. Ooh. So I didn't do that on purpose, but sometimes you can catch them where their cycle's off. And they missed the mortar. All right, y'all. Oh, wow. Did they do it on purpose? I mean, I don't think it's going to work. But yeah, you see how we just went full on offense? Because it's like an unsupported Megaknight is not that dangerous. We can just catch a King Tower. But, you know, a well-supported balloon push, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. So yeah, check it out. This is how you catch your Megaknights to King Tower. Oh, wow, I actually missed it. I missed it. But again, y'all, this deck is cheap. If you make a mistake, you could just play another card. You're not too pressed. You know, we're maybe down a couple elixir, but I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, especially because we're up. So yeah, that was a huge play right there. Huge play right there. If they play a Megaknight in the back, go opposite lane, kind of anticipate it. I didn't do that, but you can do that for sure. I know pros do that. I'm not quite there. You know, man, I'm getting there. We're barely to get value. Especially because we can kill the Musketeer. Probably. Yes, we did. Yeah, and that's game. Man, we just cooked that play. They didn't really get any mortars on offense. Hey, if you're a mortar player and you're familiar, let me know if that's the play. Because, I mean, they have a Musketeer, they have a Tornado, they have a Spear Gobs, they have Gang, they have things that can kill the balloon, but it just didn't happen. And I feel like our Musketeer on offense was valuable. Like, you'd think you would only use it on defense, right? But, oh, that's a disaster. Oh. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. We'll get on the next balloon, the next snowball. So, all right, y'all. We made it to Ultimate Champion for the I don't know how many seasons in a row. But either way, it's always fun to make it. I'm glad to show y'all some content. And yeah, we just made it. We made it again. So, all right, I'll catch you in the next one. All right. I can't wait to teach y'all more about 2.9. All right. Take care. Check it out. Let's see what do we got here. Ultimate Champion. What's the win rate? 53. Golly, that's not very good, but that's all right. We take it. Catch you later. All right.